There comes a point in every journey when we realize that the life we've been chasing isn't a distant destination, but a series of choices we make each day. It's in those moments of decision, the quiet, sometimes unremarkable moments, that our destiny is shaped. We've all heard stories of extraordinary individuals who rise from nothing, defy the odds, and create a life of purpose and impact. But what we often miss in these tales of triumph is the unseen, relentless energy that propels them forward, the internal force that never wavers, no matter how fierce the storm. This is not a force bound by circumstance, nor is it dependent on the world's approval. It's an energy that begins within, forged from clarity, purpose, and an unwavering belief in what is possible. You've seen it in those who inspire you, their ability to move through life with grace, to turn obstacles into opportunities, to face fears with a courage that feels almost contagious. What if you could tap into that same well of power and unlock a life that doesn't just exist, but thrives? What if the challenges you face today are not barriers, but invitations to rise to a higher level of yourself? This is not about waiting for the right moment or the perfect set of circumstances to appear. This is about realizing that the true power lies in the choices you make right now, in the actions you take, no matter how small or uncertain. It's about understanding that your path to growth, fulfillment, and success is shaped not by the absence of struggle, but by your response to it. There's a quiet force inside you, waiting for the right moment to emerge and shift everything in your life. What you're about to discover is not a quick fix or a blueprint for instant success. This is about the deeper, more profound understanding of your potential and the way it can be harnessed through consistent, deliberate action. It's about connecting with your inner strength, trusting the process, and embracing a mindset that sees every setback as a stepping stone. Because when you begin to see the world through this lens, you'll find that not only can you navigate challenges with ease, but you'll thrive in ways you never thought possible. Chapter 1. The Spark Within the Storm. In the midst of life's most turbulent moments, there lies a rare opportunity, a spark waiting to be kindled. Challenges, though unwelcome, serve as catalysts for growth, forcing us to confront the dormant parts of ourselves that might otherwise remain undiscovered. The storm, chaotic and unrelenting, has a way of stripping us down to our rawest selves, demanding that we either rise above or be swept away. And in this rising we find something extraordinary, the realization that we are far stronger, far more capable, and far more creative than we ever imagined. Adversity often forces us into action. When the comfort of routine is shattered and the familiar is replaced by uncertainty, we are compelled to think, act, and live differently. It is in these moments that untapped reservoirs of courage and resilience emerge. Challenges teach us to innovate, adapt, and evolve, not out of choice, but necessity. When everything seems to crumble, we learn the art of building anew, not just structures or paths, but ourselves. There is a peculiar power in discomfort. It pushes us beyond what we believed were our limits and compels us to explore uncharted territories of our inner world. The struggle is rarely pleasant, but it is often the only way to access our hidden strengths. The greatest lessons are learned not in moments of ease, but in moments of trial. It is here, in the furnace of adversity, that character is forged, honed, and strengthened. The storm also teaches us about perspective. What initially feels insurmountable often appears smaller when viewed through the lens of persistence and time. It's not the storm itself, but how we choose to respond to it that defines us. Instead of asking, "Why me?" the question becomes, "What can I learn?" And more importantly, "Who can I become?" This shift in mindset transforms the storm from an enemy into a teacher, one that challenges us to rise above fear and doubt. Moreover, challenges have a way of illuminating what truly matters. In the chaos, we are forced to let go of what is unnecessary, leaving behind only what is essential. This clarity is one of the gifts of adversity. It realigns our priorities and sharpens our focus, ensuring that the energy we expend is directed toward meaningful pursuits. Storms also remind us of the power of endurance. To weather them, we must cultivate patience and persistence, realizing that even the fiercest tempests eventually pass. And when they do, we are not the same as before. We are stronger, more self-aware, and better equipped to face future challenges. Every great achievement is born of a storm. Whether it's a breakthrough in science, an artistic masterpiece, or personal triumph, the common thread is adversity. It is the storm that tests the vision, strengthens the resolve, and transforms the impossible into reality. While no one welcomes the storm, those who embrace it discover a wellspring of potential they never knew existed. The spark within the storm is not always obvious. It requires faith, faith that the chaos will pass, that the struggle has purpose, and that within us lies the power to rise. The storm, for all its destruction, carries with it the seeds of growth. To recognize and nurture those seeds is to find the spark, to ignite a fire that lights the way forward. Chapter 2. Shadows that Teach. In the darkest moments of life, when all seems lost, there exists an undercurrent of wisdom that only reveals itself to those willing to confront the shadows. These moments of adversity hold a mirror to our inner selves, reflecting truths we often overlook in times of ease. The shadows, while intimidating, serve as profound teachers, guiding us toward growth in ways that comfort and success cannot. Adversity strips away the distractions of daily life, forcing us to focus on what truly matters. It compels us to face fears, doubts, and insecurities we might otherwise avoid. In doing so, it challenges us to examine the beliefs and habits that have shaped our decisions. It is within this process of examination that growth begins. The lessons concealed within hardship are not always obvious. They often require patience and introspection to uncover. But once unearthed, they hold the power to transform us profoundly. The shadows often teach us about resilience, not as an abstract concept, but as a lived experience. They remind us that pain is temporary, that setbacks are not permanent states but moments in a larger journey. Each trial faced and endured strengthens our resolve, building an inner fortitude that no external circumstance can shake. Resilience, once cultivated, becomes a tool we carry forward, enabling us to confront future challenges with greater confidence and composure. Hardship also reveals the importance of adaptability. In times of struggle, rigidity becomes an obstacle, while flexibility opens pathways to solutions. Adversity forces us to think creatively, to question established norms, and to seek new approaches. In doing so, it expands our perspective, teaching us that there is rarely one way forward, and that innovation often arises from necessity. In the shadows, we learn humility. Life's difficulties remind us that control is often an illusion, and that even the best-laid plans can falter. This realization, while uncomfortable, grounds us in the present moment and fosters a deeper appreciation for the blessings we might take for granted. Humility born from hardship is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to our willingness to grow and evolve. The shadows also deepen our empathy. Experiencing pain and struggle opens our hearts to the suffering of others. It reminds us that we are not alone in our difficulties, and that connection and compassion are essential aspects of the human experience. Adversity, when embraced, teaches us to extend kindness not only to others, but also to ourselves. Perhaps most profoundly, the shadows illuminate our true values. When faced with difficulty, the superficial fades away, leaving behind only what truly matters. It is in these moments that we discover what we stand for, what drives us, and what gives our lives meaning. Adversity, in this way, acts as a clarifying force, aligning our actions with our deepest convictions. The lessons hidden in hardship are not gifts freely given. They must be earned through courage, reflection, and perseverance. The shadows, while daunting, are not our enemies. They are the guardians of wisdom, standing watch over the truths that shape our growth. Those who dare to step into the shadows emerge not only stronger, but also more self-aware and more attuned to the deeper currents of life. Chapter 3. The Silent Architect of Success. Beneath the surface of our conscious thoughts lies a force quietly shaping the trajectory of our lives. This silent architect, the subconscious mind, operates without pause, weaving the threads of our beliefs, experiences, and emotions into the fabric of our reality. Though often overlooked, its influence is profound, acting as both the foundation and the framework for our resilience and success. The subconscious mind does not judge or filter. It absorbs and processes the patterns we feed it. These patterns, whether positive or negative, form the blueprint for how we respond to challenges and pursue opportunities. Every thought, every repeated action, and every deeply held belief is etched into this blueprint, becoming the lens through which we perceive the world. Recognizing this power is the first step toward harnessing it. The mind's silent workings thrive on consistency. Repetition is the language it understands best. When we reinforce ideas of possibility, strength, and determination, the subconscious mind integrates them into our inner narrative. This is not an act of blind optimism, but a deliberate cultivation of mental resilience. In moments of adversity, the subconscious recalls this inner narrative, guiding us toward solutions and fortifying our resolve to persist. Visualizations and emotions are two of its most powerful tools. The subconscious mind cannot distinguish between reality and vividly imagined scenarios. When we visualize success with clarity and infuse that image with genuine emotion, it begins to perceive these outcomes as achievable. This mental rehearsal prepares us to act with confidence when opportunities arise, making the pursuit of goals feel natural and inevitable. Moreover, the subconscious mind thrives on alignment. When our conscious goals are in harmony with the deeply held beliefs within, progress becomes effortless. Conversely, when there is conflict between what we desire and what we subconsciously believe to be true, resistance emerges. This discord is often the hidden barrier to success. By addressing and reshaping limiting beliefs, we create an environment where resilience flourishes and opportunities are seized with clarity and conviction. Resilience, too, finds its roots in this silent architect. The subconscious mind stores the lessons of past struggles and triumphs, forming a reservoir of inner strength that we can draw upon in times of need. It reminds us, often without words, that we have faced difficulties before and emerged stronger. This quiet assurance is a powerful force, enabling us to move forward even when the path is unclear. The subconscious mind also governs habits, those seemingly small automatic actions that collectively determine the quality of our lives. By intentionally shaping these habits, we influence not only our day-to-day actions, but also the outcomes of our larger goals. A single habit, when consistently practiced, has the power to set off a chain reaction, transforming every area of our lives. Listening to the whispers of the subconscious mind requires stillness and introspection. In the noise of daily life, its guidance often goes unheard. Yet, in moments of quiet reflection, its insights emerge, offering clarity and direction. This is where intuition resides, a direct line to the truths that logic alone cannot grasp. The subconscious mind, though silent, is never passive. It works tirelessly, shaping the contours of our resilience, guiding us toward our aspirations, and building the framework for success. To understand and harness its power is to unlock a deeper well of strength and possibility within ourselves, paving the way for transformation and growth. Chapter 4. The Dance of Belief and Action. Every achievement begins as a belief, a seed of conviction planted within the mind. But belief alone is not enough to create change. It must be nurtured with deliberate action. The dynamic relationship between belief and action is not linear, but a harmonious dance, where each step amplifies the other, propelling us toward our goals. Belief is the foundation, the unseen force that shapes how we perceive possibilities. It sets the tone for our actions, influencing not only what we attempt, but also the effort and energy we bring to each endeavor. A strong belief can turn uncertainty into resolve, inspiring us to move forward even when the path ahead is unclear. It is this conviction that sustains us when faced with setbacks, urging us to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. Action, on the other hand, breathes life into belief. Without action, even the strongest convictions remain dormant, like unlit torches in the dark. The act of taking that first step, no matter how small, sets the process of transformation into motion. Each deliberate effort reinforces the belief that success is possible, creating a positive feedback loop. As we see the tangible results of our actions, our confidence grows, encouraging us to take bolder steps and dream bigger. This interplay requires balance. Too much reliance on belief without action can lead to stagnation, a state where aspirations remain unfulfilled. Conversely, action without belief can feel mechanical and hollow, lacking the purpose and passion needed to sustain momentum. The key lies in aligning belief with intentional, purposeful action, creating a synergy that magnifies both. The dance of belief and action also reveals the power of momentum. Each completed step, no matter how minor, builds upon the last, generating a sense of progress and achievement. This momentum becomes a force in itself, carrying us through moments of doubt and fatigue. The small victories along the way serve as reminders that we are capable of more, encouraging us to push further. Fear often stands in the way of this dance, casting doubt on our beliefs and paralyzing our actions. Yet, even fear has a role to play. When acknowledged and faced, it becomes a catalyst for courage. The act of moving forward despite fear reinforces our belief in our own strength, creating a deeper connection between conviction and effort. True transformation occurs when belief and action are in harmony. This alignment unlocks a state of flow where the boundaries between intention and execution blur. In this state, progress feels natural, almost effortless, as if each step is guided by an internal rhythm. It is here that the most profound changes take place, not just in our external circumstances, but within ourselves. The dance of belief and action is ongoing, evolving as we grow and face new challenges. It teaches us that belief is not a static state, but a living, breathing force that requires continuous nurturing through action. And as we move forward, this dynamic interplay shapes not only what we achieve, but also who we become in the process. Chapter 5. The Inner Battlefield. Within every individual lies a battlefield where conflicting thoughts, emotions, and desires wage silent wars. This internal struggle is not a sign of weakness, but a natural part of the human experience. It is the space where doubts clash with determination, fear opposes courage, and complacency challenges ambition. The outcome of these battles determines the trajectory of our lives, making it essential to face them with clarity and purpose. The first step in confronting this inner battlefield is to recognize its presence. These conflicts are often subtle, manifesting as fleeting doubts or persistent fears that whisper in the background of our thoughts. They can sap energy and divert focus, making it easy to mistake them for external obstacles rather than internal ones. Awareness, however, brings these forces into the light, allowing us to address them directly. Each mental conflict holds the potential for transformation. Fear, for instance, often arises as a protective mechanism, warning us of potential failure or pain. Instead of allowing it to paralyze progress, fear can be reframed as a guide, highlighting areas where growth is needed. Similarly, doubt can be viewed not as a hindrance, but as an invitation to prepare more thoroughly or to question assumptions that no longer serve us. Harnessing the energy of these internal struggles requires focus and discipline. The mind has a tendency to amplify the negative, giving more weight to fears and failures than to possibilities and victories. To counter this, it is essential to cultivate mental resilience, a steadfast commitment to redirecting thoughts toward constructive outcomes. This does not mean ignoring difficulties, but rather choosing to face them with a proactive mindset. Visualization and intentional self-talk are powerful tools in this process. By vividly imagining success and reinforcing positive narratives, we train the mind to focus on solutions rather than obstacles. These practices do not eliminate the inner conflict, but create a framework for navigating it effectively, turning moments of hesitation into opportunities for action. The inner battlefield is also where the ego exerts its influence, often creating illusions of control or sowing seeds of insecurity. The ego thrives on comparisons and external validation, drawing attention away from the true self. Quieting this voice requires humility and introspection, a willingness to look inward and align actions with core values rather than fleeting desires. In this battlefield, patience becomes a powerful ally. The mind's conflicts are not resolved overnight, and progress often unfolds in small, incremental steps. Patience allows us to endure the discomfort of uncertainty, trusting that clarity and strength will emerge through consistent effort. It is in these moments of persistence that the mind learns to adapt and grow, turning resistance into resilience. Emotions, too, play a critical role in the inner battlefield. Anger, frustration, and sadness can either fuel destructive cycles or serve as catalysts for change. When acknowledged and channeled with intention, these emotions become sources of power, driving meaningful action and deepening self-awareness. Ignoring or suppressing them, on the other hand, only prolongs the struggle, leaving unresolved tensions to surface later. The true challenge of the inner battlefield is not to eliminate conflict, but to master it. By understanding the nature of these mental struggles, we can transform them from barriers into stepping stones. Each conflict, no matter how difficult, offers a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more aligned with our purpose. And through this process, we come to realize that the battlefield within is not a place of defeat, but a proving ground for greatness. Chapter 6. A Symphony of Small Wins. Great achievements are rarely the result of a single grand action. Instead, they are composed of countless small victories, each one a note in a symphony that propels us closer to our ultimate goals. These small wins, though often overlooked, hold immense power. They create momentum, build confidence, and shape the habits necessary for long-term success. The beauty of small wins lies in their accessibility. They do not require extraordinary resources or perfect circumstances to achieve. A simple, deliberate step in the right direction, a completed task, a healthier choice, a moment of discipline, is all it takes to begin. Each small victory serves as a tangible reminder of progress, reinforcing the belief that even the loftiest goals can be broken down into manageable pieces. Momentum is born when these small wins begin to stack up. Success, like a rolling snowball, gathers energy as it moves forward, transforming into a force far greater than the sum of its parts. This momentum becomes self-sustaining, making each subsequent step feel more natural and less daunting. The initial effort required to start is often the hardest part, but once that first win is achieved, it sets the stage for a series of actions that build upon one another. Equally important is the role small wins play in shifting our mindset. Each victory, no matter how minor, reinforces a sense of capability and control. It is easy to feel overwhelmed when staring at a monumental goal, but breaking it down into smaller milestones reframes the journey as something achievable. With every step forward, the narrative of "I can't" begins to transform into "I can," and eventually into "I will." These small victories also create opportunities for reflection and recalibration. Progress is rarely linear, and setbacks are an inevitable part of any significant endeavor. However, by celebrating and learning from each small win, we develop the resilience needed to navigate obstacles with grace. These moments of triumph provide the motivation to keep going, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Building a symphony of small wins requires intentionality. It begins with clearly defining what constitutes a win and ensuring that each step aligns with the larger vision. Setting realistic and specific goals for each day or week creates a framework for success. This approach not only makes progress measurable, but also instills a sense of purpose in every action. Habits play a crucial role in this process. By turning small wins into consistent routines, we create a rhythm that becomes second nature. Whether it's committing to a daily practice, prioritizing time for self-improvement, or making incremental changes in behavior, these habits compound over time. What starts as an intentional effort soon becomes an effortless part of our identity, amplifying the impact of each victory. Another key aspect of small wins is the energy they generate. Accomplishing even a minor task creates a sense of achievement that spills over into other areas of life. This positive ripple effect can inspire greater effort, foster creativity, and improve relationships. The enthusiasm sparked by a small win can transform a single moment into a catalyst for exponential growth. Ultimately, these small wins are not just steps toward a goal, but a reflection of the values and discipline that define us. They remind us that success is not reserved for the extraordinary, but is attainable for anyone willing to embrace the process. In the symphony of small wins, every note matters, and the melody they create is one of progress, purpose, and possibility. Chapter 7. Turning Walls into Windows. Life often places obstacles in our path, walls that seem to block progress and obscure the view of our goals. These barriers can appear immovable, creating a sense of limitation that discourages action. Yet, within every wall lies the possibility of transformation. The challenge is not to tear down the wall, but to reimagine it, to uncover the windows of opportunity hidden within its structure. A wall represents more than just a physical or external obstacle. It is also a reflection of our own perceptions. The mind has a tendency to magnify challenges, turning them into insurmountable problems. But when approached with curiosity and creativity, the same mind that perceives the limitation can also devise ways to overcome it. The key is to shift focus from what cannot be done to what is possible. Creativity thrives under constraint. The absence of an easy path forces us to think differently, to question assumptions and explore alternatives we might otherwise overlook. A limitation, when embraced, can spark ingenuity and lead to breakthroughs that redefine what we believe is achievable. The very act of seeking a way through or around the obstacle generates new insights and strategies, strengthening both our resolve and our resourcefulness. Adversity has a way of revealing hidden strengths and untapped potential. When faced with a wall, we are compelled to dig deeper, to discover abilities we may not have realized we possessed. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to grow, not in spite of the difficulty, but because of it. This process builds resilience, fostering a mindset that sees obstacles not as endings, but as beginnings of a new journey. Reimagining limitations also involves questioning the narratives we tell ourselves. Often, the greatest barriers are not the walls themselves, but the belief that they cannot be overcome. Changing this internal dialogue is crucial. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can I turn this situation to my advantage?" This shift in perspective transforms the wall from an obstacle into a teacher. Sometimes the solution lies in collaboration. Walls can seem less daunting when approached with the combined creativity and strength of others. Sharing the challenge with trusted allies, mentors, or even those with fresh perspectives can illuminate paths that were previously hidden. The act of seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but a recognition that every problem can be approached from multiple angles. There is also power in patience. Not every wall needs to be tackled immediately. Sometimes, simply observing and waiting for the right moment can reveal cracks in the barrier or a better vantage point from which to assess it. This patience allows us to act with precision rather than haste, ensuring that our efforts are directed where they will have the greatest impact. Turning walls into windows requires persistence and vision. It demands that we look beyond the immediate difficulty to see the opportunity it presents. A window is not always obvious. It may need to be carved out through effort and ingenuity. But once discovered, it changes everything, offering a new perspective and a fresh path forward. The act of transforming a wall into a window is a deeply empowering experience. It reminds us that we are not defined by our limitations, but by how we respond to them. Each reimagined obstacle becomes a testament to our creativity, determination, and ability to adapt. And as we look through the windows we create, we begin to see not just the path ahead, but the infinite possibilities that lie beyond. Chapter 8. Echoes of the Unshakable Self. Beneath the layers of doubt, fear, and external influence lies a foundation within each of us, a core that remains untouched by the chaos of the outside world. This unshakable self, though often obscured, serves as the wellspring of resilience and belief in one's ability to move forward despite overwhelming odds. It is not something that needs to be created, but something that must be uncovered and nurtured. Life has a way of testing this inner core. Challenges arise that seem insurmountable. Circumstances push us to the brink, and moments of failure question our worth. These are the echoes of external forces trying to drown out the steady rhythm of the self that knows no defeat. Yet, it is in these moments of adversity that the unshakable self begins to resonate more clearly. It does not diminish under pressure. Instead, it grows stronger, becoming a beacon that guides us back to our inherent strength. Self-belief is not about arrogance or overconfidence. It is the quiet conviction that no matter what happens, there exists within us the capacity to adapt, overcome, and thrive. This belief is not derived from guarantees of success, but from the knowledge that even failure has its place in the journey. Every setback becomes a lesson, every mistake a stepping stone. The unshakable self does not see failure as a dead end, but as part of the process of growth. Tapping into this core requires introspection and an honest confrontation with oneself. It involves shedding the layers of conditioning that suggest our worth is tied to external validation. When we rely on fleeting opinions or external achievements to define us, our foundation becomes fragile, vulnerable to collapse at the first sign of criticism or loss. The unshakable self, however, is independent of such influences. It thrives on authenticity and self-acceptance. This journey inward is not always comfortable. It requires facing fears, confronting insecurities, and letting go of limiting beliefs. But in doing so, we rediscover a part of ourselves that is rooted in purpose and clarity. This core reminds us of who we are, unfiltered by the expectations of others or the circumstances of the moment. The echoes of the unshakable self are most profound during moments of solitude. In the quiet, when the noise of the world fades, we hear the steady whisper of this inner strength. It reassures us that we are more than our struggles and greater than our achievements. It calls us to trust ourselves, to take bold steps even when the path ahead is uncertain. This self-belief fuels progress not because it eliminates obstacles, but because it allows us to face them without being paralyzed by fear. It gives us the courage to act, knowing that perfection is not the goal. Movement is. Even small actions, when taken with conviction, become powerful because they are driven by an unshakable faith in our ability to grow and persevere. Every person has moments when they doubt their ability to continue. In these moments, it is not external encouragement that sustains us, but the quiet assurance of the unshakable self. It whispers that we are capable, even when the evidence seems to suggest otherwise. This inner voice, when trusted, becomes a force that propels us forward, no matter the odds. The unshakable self does not require proof from the outside world. It exists independently, fueled by a deep sense of purpose and an unwavering trust in our ability to adapt and succeed. It is this core that sustains progress, not by eliminating challenges, but by transforming our perception of them. It reminds us that no matter how strong the storm, there is a strength within that cannot be shaken. Chapter 9. The Alchemy of Perspective. The power of perspective lies not in how we view the world, but in how we choose to interpret what happens to us. Life, in its unpredictable nature, constantly presents challenges and setbacks. The choice of how we respond to these obstacles defines not only our growth, but the quality of our journey. In a world where it's easy to fall into the trap of victimhood, there exists a deeper, more potent approach, the art of transforming adversity into opportunity. Perspective has the power to shift the very fabric of reality. A setback is not merely an inconvenience, it is the universe nudging us to grow, to re-evaluate our approach, to reconsider our path. Every perceived failure is a lesson wrapped in the disguise of disappointment. The alchemy of perspective is in our ability to see beyond the immediate frustration, beyond the temporary discomfort, and into the transformative potential that lies dormant beneath the surface. When faced with hardship, it's common to feel defeated, to focus solely on what's gone wrong, and to let negative emotions dictate the narrative. Yet those who rise above the weight of setbacks recognize that what initially seems like a setback is often the very catalyst needed for greater success. The power to perceive failure as part of a larger process instead of a roadblock is the cornerstone of growth. This transformation begins with reframing our beliefs. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" we shift our thinking to, "What can I learn from this?" The alchemy lies in recognizing that everything we face is part of a bigger picture, one where every step, even the missteps, brings us closer to becoming the person we need to be. In every difficulty, there is the potential for renewal. An obstacle that seems overwhelming at first can become the foundation for our most significant breakthroughs. The way we view these challenges directly affects how we move through them. When we see them as opportunities for refinement, they cease to be burdens and become the raw materials for our evolution. Consider the power of reframing failure. Often failure is not the end of a journey, but a redirection. The road that initially appears blocked may simply be rerouting us to a more fitting path, one that we could not have imagined had we not encountered the detour. In this process, we learn to relinquish the need for control over every detail and to embrace the flow of life. By understanding that setbacks are not just interruptions, but necessary parts of the process, we begin to see them for what they truly are, the alchemical ingredients of success. The lens through which we view challenges can either trap us in a cycle of negativity or liberate us, opening doors to greater potential. The key lies in choosing the mindset that empowers us. By focusing on solutions, on possibilities, and on the inherent lessons contained within every experience, we begin to cultivate an environment where setbacks are not feared, but welcomed as part of our journey. As we master this art of perspective, we also become more attuned to our inner resilience. We learn that setbacks, while challenging, are never permanent unless we allow them to be. The ability to persist despite adversity, to maintain hope in the face of failure, is cultivated when we consistently choose to see beyond the immediate frustration and trust in the unfolding process. The true alchemist doesn't wish for a smooth journey. Instead, they know that the richness of their transformation is forged in the fires of challenge. They embrace difficulty as a tool for refining their character, sharpening their skills, and clarifying their purpose. The alchemy of perspective turns what is base into something pure, precious, and lasting. It reveals that setbacks are never final, but are instead the crucibles in which our strongest selves are formed. Chapter 10. The Blueprint of Boundless Potential. The journey to unlocking your fullest potential begins with a vision, one that transcends current limitations and dares to imagine what is possible when we align our deepest desires with actionable intent. In the vast expanse of human capability, there is no ceiling, no final destination, only continuous growth and expansion. This is the boundless potential within each of us, waiting to be realized through focused effort, intentional steps, and unwavering commitment. To chart a vision of infinite possibilities requires the courage to dream beyond the confines of present circumstances. Too often, we anchor ourselves in the familiar, convinced that our reality is defined by our current resources, relationships, or past experiences. But true growth emerges when we shed these constraints and begin to envision a future where the limits of today are merely stepping stones to the boundless opportunities of tomorrow. The process of expanding our vision involves opening ourselves to possibilities that stretch beyond the horizon, daring to embrace uncertainty with faith in our ability to navigate it. A vision is not merely a wish or a fantasy. It is the internal map that guides us forward, offering clarity and purpose even when the path ahead seems unclear. When we envision a future that aligns with our highest potential, we shift from a passive existence to an active creator of our reality. The mind, when guided by a compelling vision, becomes a powerful force capable of manifesting outcomes that were once unimaginable. This vision is not born out of thin air. It is cultivated through introspection and a deep understanding of one's unique gifts, passions, and purpose. Each person carries within them an innate blueprint, a set of strengths, talents, and desires that, when recognized and nurtured, can fuel remarkable progress. To chart a path toward boundless potential, one must first take the time to discover these inner resources and determine how they can be leveraged to create meaningful change. Once the vision is clear, the next step is to design a strategy that supports its realization. Too often, dreams remain unfulfilled because they lack a structured approach. A vision is only as powerful as the steps we take toward it. These steps must be deliberate and grounded in practical, actionable strategies that align with both long-term goals and short-term milestones. The blueprint for success is built on a foundation of disciplined effort and persistence. Without a clear strategy, even the most inspiring vision remains an abstract idea rather than a tangible reality. The strategy for sustainable growth also demands adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and progress rarely follows a straight line. There will be moments of uncertainty, challenges that test your resolve, and detours that may appear to set you back. However, true growth is not measured solely by progress, but by the ability to remain resilient in the face of obstacles. The capacity to adjust the strategy as necessary, to learn from setbacks, and to recalibrate when things do not go as planned, is what separates those who reach their potential from those who falter along the way. Sustainable growth requires not only vision and strategy, but also the cultivation of inner habits that support long-term success. The most successful individuals do not rely solely on motivation or inspiration, but on consistent, disciplined actions that become ingrained in their daily routine. These habits, the rituals that anchor us, are the pillars that hold up the structure of success. Whether it's waking up early to focus on personal development, prioritizing time for reflection, or cultivating emotional resilience, the daily practices you adopt will ultimately determine the strength and sustainability of your growth. Equally important is the understanding that potential is limitless only when we allow ourselves to grow continuously. This requires embracing the discomfort of change, stepping out of our comfort zones, and refusing to accept stagnation. Those who reach the highest levels of achievement are those who see every experience, whether good or bad, as an opportunity for further development. They embrace learning not as a means to an end, but as an ongoing process that will continue for as long as they live. Ultimately, the blueprint of boundless potential is not a fixed plan, but a dynamic framework that evolves with you. It is built on the foundation of a compelling vision, supported by an adaptable strategy, and fueled by consistent, mindful action. By aligning yourself with your deepest desires and remaining open to the infinite possibilities that exist, you unlock the extraordinary capacity within yourself to create a life of sustained growth, fulfillment, and purpose. The path is yours to design, and the possibilities are endless when you commit to your blueprint with unwavering belief in your own limitless potential. Chapter 11. The gravity of purpose. Purpose is not just an idea or a goal. It is a force that shapes the trajectory of our lives. It is the magnetic pull that draws us forward, guiding our steps with unwavering clarity. When aligned with a deep sense of purpose, we become unstoppable, capable of overcoming challenges that would otherwise seem insurmountable. Purpose grounds us in our values, directs our focus, and infuses every action with meaning, creating a path that leads to fulfillment and achievement. The gravity of purpose is like a compass in a vast, ever-changing world. Without it, we drift aimlessly, susceptible to the distractions and disruptions that life inevitably brings. Yet, when our purpose is clear and strong, it acts as a powerful force that keeps us on course. It provides a direction even in times of uncertainty, enabling us to navigate through obstacles with resilience and determination. The pull of purpose can transform even the most difficult situations into stepping stones for growth. True purpose transcends external achievements. It is not limited to financial success, recognition, or material gain. Instead, it is rooted in the deeper aspects of our existence, our connection to others, our contribution to the world, and the values that define who we are. When we tap into this wellspring of meaning, we are empowered to face challenges not with fear or resistance, but with resolve and confidence. Purpose becomes the fuel that propels us forward, turning adversity into an opportunity for growth and transformation. This sense of purpose is not a static entity. It evolves as we grow. What gives us meaning today may shift as we expand our horizons and deepen our understanding of ourselves. However, the gravity of purpose remains constant, guiding us to recalibrate our focus when necessary and ensuring that we stay grounded in what truly matters. With each new chapter in life, purpose invites us to rise to the occasion, encouraging us to embrace change and see it not as a threat, but as part of the larger journey. The gravitational force of purpose also has the power to attract the right circumstances, people, and opportunities. When we are aligned with a strong sense of purpose, we send out a signal to the universe, one that draws in experiences that resonate with our true desires. It is as if the world conspires to support us in the pursuit of what we are meant to do. This magnetic quality not only helps us overcome challenges, but it also brings into our lives those things that are essential for our growth and success. When faced with difficulties, purpose does not eliminate the struggle, but it provides us with the strength to endure. It shifts our perspective, allowing us to see obstacles not as barriers, but as necessary parts of our development. Each challenge we face becomes a lesson, each setback a chance to build resilience and refine our approach. It is through this constant interaction with obstacles that we learn the true power of purpose. It does not promise an easy path, but it ensures that we will never walk alone. Purpose also fosters a sense of accountability. It demands that we show up for ourselves and for the people who depend on us. It compels us to keep going even when the path seems unclear, because we understand that what we are doing is bigger than ourselves. Whether it is in our careers, relationships, or personal growth, purpose calls us to step up and take responsibility for our actions, knowing that they contribute to a greater good. By connecting to this deeper sense of purpose, we unlock our full potential. The power of purpose lies not only in what it drives us to do, but also in what it inspires us to become. It connects us to the very essence of who we are and who we are meant to be. It challenges us to live authentically and fully, to align our actions with our values, and to pursue our goals with passion and dedication. The gravity of purpose keeps us grounded in what truly matters, while giving us the momentum to rise above whatever challenges lie ahead. Chapter 12. Beyond the Horizon. The horizon is not a boundary, but a beckoning invitation. It calls us to see beyond the familiar, to reach past the limitations that life imposes. Beyond it lies a vast expanse, filled with endless opportunities and untapped potential. To truly thrive, one must learn to look past the immediate challenges and envision a future that is not confined by the present moment. This is the power of perspective, the ability to see beyond today's struggles and focus on the unfolding journey that lies ahead. When we are immersed in difficulties, it's easy to become consumed by them, to believe that the obstacles in front of us define the entirety of our path. But growth lies in the ability to shift our focus from the challenges themselves to the person we are becoming as we move through them. The horizon does not disappear when we face adversity. Instead, it becomes clearer, drawing us toward the realization that the struggles we encounter are but temporary steps in the grander scheme of our personal evolution. This mindset allows us to reframe setbacks not as signs of defeat, but as invitations to strengthen our resolve and deepen our understanding. Every challenge we face is a potential milestone. Life beyond the horizon is not a place of perfection, but one of continuous growth and expansion. It's about embracing the notion that success is not a static achievement, but a dynamic process. The horizon then becomes a symbol of infinite possibilities, a reminder that there is always more to discover, learn, and create. The future, while unknown, is rich with potential, and the most successful individuals are those who constantly strive to expand their vision and move toward it with purpose and enthusiasm. To thrive beyond the horizon requires more than just hoping for change. It demands an active engagement with life. This means taking bold steps, even when the path ahead is unclear, and maintaining a sense of curiosity about what is to come. It is about asking questions, exploring new possibilities, and daring to take risks that push us outside our comfort zones. The horizon represents more than a distant goal. It embodies the courage to explore uncharted territories, to move past the fears that limit us, and to embrace the unknown with confidence. As we grow, our ability to see beyond the horizon evolves. Early on, we may be focused on immediate results and short-term outcomes, but as we progress, the horizon expands, inviting us to see the long-term implications of our actions. The choices we make today ripple into the future, and what once appeared as a distant dream becomes a tangible reality. This vision of life beyond challenges encourages us to align our decisions with our higher purpose, ensuring that each step we take is meaningful and impactful in the larger context of our journey. To embrace a thriving mindset, we must cultivate resilience, for it is in resilience that we find the strength to transcend the challenges before us. Resilience is not just about bouncing back, it is about moving forward with a deeper sense of wisdom, understanding, and inner strength. It is the practice of transforming obstacles into lessons that enrich our lives and shape our character. When we embody this mindset, every difficulty becomes a stepping stone towards something greater, and the horizon becomes ever more expansive, inviting us to pursue our dreams with an unshakable belief in our ability to succeed. As we stretch beyond what is known and comfortable, we also begin to experience a shift in our relationship with time. Life beyond the horizon is not governed by the limitations of the present moment. Instead, it is about creating a future that aligns with our vision and values. By focusing on the horizon, we step into the flow of time, where the present moment becomes a bridge to a future we are actively creating. This mindset shifts our energy away from fear of what could go wrong to excitement for what will go right. With this mindset, we transcend the conventional way of thinking about success. Instead of focusing on fleeting accomplishments or external recognition, we begin to measure success by the internal growth we experience and the impact we make on others. Beyond the horizon lies the true richness of life, a life where fulfillment is found not in the destination, but in the journey itself. Here, success is not something we chase, but something we embody as we live in alignment with our purpose and vision. When we see life beyond challenges, we begin to realize that the horizon is not just a destination. It is a journey that unfolds with every choice we make, every lesson we learn, and every challenge we overcome. The key is to keep moving forward, trusting that each step brings us closer to the person we are meant to become, and that every challenge we face is a vital part of the story that will one day be told. Beyond the horizon, a life of boundless possibility awaits. Chapter 13. Living as the Proof. True success is not measured by the words we speak or the goals we set. It is defined by the life we live and the example we set for others. When we rise through adversity, we demonstrate the essence of what it means to truly live with purpose. Our actions, grounded in the strength of our convictions, become a testament to the power of resilience and determination. Each step forward, no matter how small, becomes a reflection of our ability to overcome obstacles and continue moving toward our vision, regardless of the challenges that stand in our way. It's easy to talk about dreams, goals, and ambitions, but the real testament to our beliefs lies in how we live each day. When we embody resilience, we do not only talk about strength, we show it in the way we approach life. In the face of hardship, instead of crumbling, we find ways to move forward, even when it feels impossible. We find courage where others might see only fear, and we make decisions that align with our values, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. This resilience is not built overnight. It is a quiet, persistent strength that grows through every test we endure. Living as the proof of our own success means becoming the example for others to follow. It's not about claiming perfection or never experiencing failure. It's about showing that setbacks do not define us. What defines us is how we rise from those setbacks, how we learn from them, and how we use them to propel us forward. Our lives become a blueprint for others who are on their own journey, proving that no challenge is too great to overcome, and that success is not a destination, but a continuous journey. Every choice we make and every action we take speaks volumes to the people around us. Those who are watching, whether consciously or unconsciously, look to our example as proof that resilience is possible, that success is attainable, and that it is not the hardships we face, but the way we respond to them that determines our future. By living authentically and staying true to our values, we create a ripple effect that inspires those who witness our journey to tap into their own inner strength and pursue their dreams with the same tenacity. In the process of living as the proof, we realize that true fulfillment comes not from accolades or external recognition, but from the sense of alignment we achieve when our inner and outer worlds are in harmony. This harmony is reflected in our actions, the way we treat others, and how we show up in the world each day. Success is not a singular moment of achievement. It is a continuous unfolding of our purpose, driven by the understanding that we are meant to become the best version of ourselves. Living as the proof also requires an unwavering commitment to growth. The journey to success is not linear. There will be times of progress, and there will be moments of stagnation or even setback. But by choosing to keep moving forward, learning from each experience, and remaining steadfast in our pursuit of growth, we prove that success is not defined by our circumstances, but by our willingness to evolve. When others see us actively growing, overcoming, and adapting, they are inspired to do the same, not because of what we say, but because of what we do. The essence of living as the proof is in how we navigate life with unwavering belief in our potential. It is in facing life's challenges with the understanding that our destiny is not shaped by what happens to us, but by how we choose to respond. The true measure of success is the transformation we experience within ourselves and the impact we make on the lives of those around us. Through our journey, we inspire others to find their own path, knowing that if we can rise, so can they. To live as the proof of resilience and success is to embody the essence of persistence, faith, and the courage to continue when it feels easier to quit. It's about showing up every day, despite the obstacles, and making the most of every opportunity. It's about using each day as a chance to further our purpose and to be the living example of what it means to never give up, to continuously move forward, and to always believe in our own ability to succeed. In doing so, we not only prove to ourselves that we are capable, but we also prove to the world that anyone, no matter where they start, can rise and live a life of purpose and fulfillment. Conclusion. As you reach the end of this journey, it's important to remember that this is not where the story stops, but where it truly begins. The insights, lessons, and perspectives you've uncovered are more than just words. They are the foundation upon which you can build the next chapter of your life. The path to becoming the person you were always meant to be isn't a one-time event or a series of fleeting achievements. It's a continuous evolution, a series of deliberate choices and actions that unfold each day. Success, resilience, and fulfillment are not destinations, but practices. They are the quiet but powerful shifts you make within yourself that ripple out into every aspect of your world. The real question is no longer about whether you can achieve greatness. It's about how you will choose to embrace it each and every day. How will you show up for yourself when the world tests you? How will you stand firm in your purpose, no matter the storm? How will you rise to meet your full potential? The challenges you face will not disappear, but neither will your ability to meet them with courage, clarity, and unwavering belief. The tools and strategies you've gained are not meant to be tucked away. They are your companions as you step forward with confidence. Your journey is ongoing, and each step is an opportunity to transform, to grow, and to prove to yourself just how powerful you truly are. The story of your life is yours to write. Let it be a story of strength, of resilience, of unstoppable progress. Let it be a story that inspires others, not because of the obstacles you've overcome, but because of the powerful energy you've unleashed within yourself to move beyond them. Your journey continues. It is only just beginning.